which you communicated on the rejection of a bill that was passed by this House in October of 2025. And we are headed to October of 2026. And you indicated that immediately this House passed that bill, the Speaker's office did relay a message to the Senate on the passage of the Roads Amendment, the RMLF bill. Members will remember this is a bill that was apportioning money from the Road Maintenance Levy Fund to both KERA under the national government and part of this money going to our counties. And if members do not pay attention, the Senate has done the unthinkable. They rejected the bill in second reading. Not even with amendments, rejected the bill in totality. This is the same Senate, Honorable Speaker, that purports to be representing the counties. And I'm here left wondering, how are you representing the counties if you are rejecting a bill in totality that is apportioning part of RMLF funds to the same county governments to go and fix roads in your counties and in our neighborhoods, Honorable Speaker? Some of the issues you've had the Honorable Member for Madhya raising are issues, again, street lighting is a function of the county government. But the member for Madhya is now taking up the responsibility of lighting up Madhya constituency because the governor has failed. And the senator for Murang'a, instead of going to push this bill, is rejecting it in totality together with the other senators in the other house. Honorable Speaker, part of what we intended to do with this bill is to ensure that there is no duplication in allocation of funds to roads at the local level, Honorable Speaker. Because what has been happening in our counties, because the public are not aware which road is classified as a county government road and which one is classified as a national government road. Governors have been taking money from RMLF, duplicating the same roads that they are allocating their county revenue share to fix, and stealing part of the budgets that they have appropriated to the same roads that they duplicate. Honorable Speaker, last week, as we sought to go to committee, or rather discuss the, what is it called? This Kamket bill. The Equalization Fund appropriation bill. The concerns that were there raised by many members again touch on duplication. Because the bill, we appropriate money from this house, this money is procured for at the county level by the county CEC officers in charge of finance or procurement for that matter. Then they allocate the same projects that they have procured under the Equalization Fund, they again budget for them in their county budgets, because they know the public do not know, Honorable Speaker. But the first accomplices to this theft in the county governments is the Senate. And Honorable Speaker, this rejection of this bill, as much as we go into mediation, and we'll be appointing a very strong mediation committee to discuss with the Senate. But we must express our disgust with the House that is rejecting a bill in totality. You cannot reject a bill in totality. There must be one or two clauses at least, even the title that you agree with. But you know, it's a rejection in jest, Honorable Speaker, and to spite this House. But I want to tell senators, you are not spiting this House. You are spiting the same people you will be going to vote for you next year. They will be asking you, what have you done to make sure that money, RMLF money, gets to counties to fix roads in our neighborhoods that are not being fixed because money is not going there, Honorable Speaker. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, as I congratulate the committee on transport for the response they have done, I wanted to write on that, to remind the House that we have done our bit and we will continue to do our bit as pertains to the allocation of RMLF money, but we must stand our ground to ensure that there is no duplication of allocation of funds to particular roads or even duplication of projects under the equalization fund, Honorable Speaker, because that equalization fund was meant to come and create equity and fairness in the country. But even those counties have been benefiting from this equalization fund, Honorable Speaker. 10 years after devolution, the advent of devolution, there is no change on the ground because of theft at the county level, Honorable Speaker. I miss the days, Honorable Speaker, before these people went to court, when we would appropriate that money here and it will be procured at the national government level. And that is the right thing to do, because there is even better equity at the national level than at the county level. Therefore, let me ask that the members will be appointed to the mediation committee to ensure that we buttress the position that we took, that what goes to Kera must remain with Kera. What goes to the counties must go to roads that will not again be duplicated at the county level budgets, because that is what governors have been doing with a clear I do not want to use the words that the member for Baringo North is using, but there has been clear collusion between senators and governors, and that is why you see this protectionist attitude in the Senate on this RMLF bill. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Member for Tiati.
Speaker. Honorable Speaker, thank you very much for this opportunity. Madam Speaker, I want to agree with the Leader of Majority that one of the biggest mistakes of our Constitution was the creation of the Senate. It is a terrible mistake of history that we created that house called the Senate. But Madam Speaker, while we have that house existing, we'll have to deal with it, and I urge the Leader of Majority to live by his word and appoint a very strong mediation committee so we look into the issues of the RMLF. And I want to confirm, Honorable Speaker, that indeed there is a lot of duplication happening in the counties. Duplication through RMLF, duplication through the equalization fund. And one of the biggest problems we have is that equalization fund. And I want to tell you, Leader of Majority, you are lucky that you withdrew that bill, the appropriation bill for equalization. We would have thrown it out until we solve the issue of the procurement function. It is one of the biggest mistakes that was done by the Treasury to bring regulations, Madam Speaker, that allocates the power of procurement to the county governments. And that's where the problem comes in. That's where they come and do their duplication. An outright plunder of public resources. So, Madam Speaker, I just want to say that I want to urge honorable members, when the minister comes, I hope he will come tomorrow, let us all come in numbers, and while I do not want to anticipate debate, but let us all come in numbers and for once and for all, deal with the matter of the equalization fund so that the people and the counties and the communities that are supposed to benefit from this fund can be able to benefit as per the Constitution and as per the vision of the makers of our Constitution. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Member for Buri.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Just like the majority leader said, I think it has never happened in the two parliaments we have been, taller than this other one. When we think we are moving the right direction and the country is trying to manage the resources properly, the others who are not recognizing the positiveness of the things that the government is doing. Madam Speaker, one of the greatest problems that we have in the counties is the capacity to manage the resources that has been appropriated to them. Road sector being one of them. Madam Speaker, we have a problem with the way the county is managing donor-funded resources by the name KISIP, which part of it is the loans, and the KUSIP, which part of it is going to the loans. Madam Speaker, the RMF and what my fellow colleague Kamket has spoken on the equalization funds. Madam Speaker, the Senate need to feel it. They really need to come out clean and tell Kenyans what their respective counties have done with the money that has been appropriated to them, and specifically the roads. I will challenge my senator to tell us what money has been put to the loans and what project of loans have been done in the 9 constituencies of Meru County. Mr. Speaker, it defeats the logic. It is undermining the intellect of these members, the 290 members, who have managed their constituency with the 22% and 10%. And significant things can be seen in the road sector. Madam Speaker, when everybody is saying, let's give service to our citizens, the Senate is refusing in totality a bill which has a lot of positiveness in it. Therefore, Madam Speaker, we are left wondering, are we serving the same citizens? What is the Senate representing? What are the senators deliberating on development of the counties? If they are in bed with the governors, they need to tell us. But history will judge them. History will judge them. Madam Speaker, it is unheard of that you can reject the bill in totality, and the benefit of this is to the citizens they purport to serve. If there is anybody killing the revolution, is that House called the Senate. And I think time has come for us to call it out. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. I think we can go to the next order. Okay, member for, you may proceed. Member for Mogotio. Not Mogotio, sorry. May proceed, Honorable Makilap. Give him the mic.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Writing on the response from the Honorable Dahoud on behalf of the road sector. Madam Speaker, this amendment that has been rejected by Senate wholesalely was meant to streamline the usage of RMLF funds that goes to the county government to ensure that projects are not duplicated